Hey everybody, hope you're having a phenomenal Easter long weekend. Here to bring you what is going on with this week's boss battles. So what ends up happening for the first challenge? Simple, you have to score a touchdown, one drive. You can run it in, you can pass it in, whatever you want to do to get into the end zone. You might be considering your night train lane goals. What do you need more, a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown? If you haven't received the 99 overall cornerback already. If anybody has, let me know in the comments below, how is he playing for you? So bottom line, get a touchdown, no fumbles, no interceptions, and you get to move on to the next goal. So the next challenge goal is going to be to either rush for a touchdown or have 8 rushing plays in one drive. So bottom line is the ball's not going to be seeing in the air, but it does have to see your running back. Basically, if you get 2 first downs, you're assured completing the goal of 8 rushing plays, or you could just crib it in one play. Whatever it takes, if you get a rushing touchdown or rush it 8 times, you are on to the third challenge. And in the third challenge, your job is to score another offensive touchdown. So you haven't played defense at all today. And here, we're going to drop back. We're going to playmaker Calvin up the field. Beautiful little dot to the sideline. So bottom line is, you're going to have to get it in big chunks. Either gash him in the run or bomb it out and make some great receptions. But again, if this drive takes you 6 plays, it is no drive at all. You'd be beginning all over again. So in this play here near the goal line, you can rush it in, you can pass it in. I noticed they're not spreading their coverage towards the sideline. We hit LaDainian, quick little flat pattern, little table route, and we are off to the 4th challenge, which is the final challenge to earn your first trophy. And in this one, we're finally playing some defense. Our job, allow 5 or fewer rushing yards in one drive. Notice the score 10-0 late in the 4th quarter. So they're going to be pounding the rock, trying to chew some clock. I come out in a 4-4 defense. If your playbook's a 4-6, whatever the case might be, bring out the big fellas, make sure you're ready to stop the run. And they've got Earl Campbell in the backfield, a trucking back. Looks a lot like Bo, plays a lot like Bo. It'll be neat to see what his 99 overall looks like when he comes out. Didn't look too good here though, as he ends up rushing for 0 yards on 3 carries. They're forced to punt the ball, and we've done our job. Their one drive yielded 0 yards. Again, you're only allowed to give up 5 rush yards max. So we've done our jobs and we've earned our first trophy for the weekend. We are on to what should be 4 more difficult challenges to earn that second trophy of the weekend. So finally, a little bit of strategy involved. This is going to take 2 drives. They start you on your 20-yard line. The most you can get in that one drive is 80 rush yards. And so you get those 80 rush yards and then you give them the ball back. Here on the first play, they throw me a pick, and you might be wondering, why do I turn around, run back towards my own end zone? And that is because not only do I want to make sure I get more yards on the ground in my pursuit of night train lane, but I also want to be able to chew the clock, right? So we're rushing the ball, getting the yards that we can, but at the end of the day, I don't want to give them the ball back with any amount of time, because if they're able to get 50 yards on me, doesn't matter how many rushing yards I have, once they eclipse 50 yards of offense for themselves, I'm going to have to restart this challenge. A little pro tip here is go get yourself a Juju Smith-Schuster. Unbelievable run blocker. And for a guy that fast with the catching stats that he has, as if he's going for as cheap as he does. When that card first came out, I thought he'd be around 300,000 coins. Turns out you can probably get him for about 100,000 coins. He's a must-have in your lineup. Even if he's not part of your top 3, he should go in when you know you're going to be putting the ball on the ground. He has tremendous strength, tremendous run block, and his catching stats are nothing to be ashamed of. He's a solid player all around. Now here you might notice, why am I laying down when I could be getting touchdowns? I just want to chew that clock. I do not want to give them the ball back at any point to give them any opportunity to garner any yards. Like you notice, they had that one pick on their one play. They have 0 yards, and we are going to chew the balance of the clock. We run it one more time. We don't lay down. They put us down, but we don't care. That will expire the clock, and we are on to the next challenge. So we got our 100 rush yards, and we didn't give up any yards. we're on to the next one. And here in the 6th out of 8 challenges, they start you off in the red zone. Your job is to score 2 touchdowns. You have 12 plays to do it, but that includes the plays on defense will count against your total plays. So you have to score quickly. They do start you off in the red zone, and here we've got a relatively quick touchdown. I think that was my second play though, so there was a play wasted in there. On defense, you want to get off the field as quick as you can, but you cannot get scored on. And here we're lucky. We come screaming through the middle. We pick up the fumble. So we give the ball back to our offense, and we have a few plays in hand. We've got about 6 plays to get this touchdown. We'd love to do it in one play, get some sort of giant chunk. And here we find Bolitnikov across the middle. We just gently pass lead him up the field. We get a big chunk of it there, but still a lot of work left to do from the 29-yard line. We send Calvin on a big crosser, and you might notice that everybody on the defense looks gigantic. And what they do in these challenges, they do have them oversized, overweight compared to what they really are. So when you get these bosses, they're not really going to be that big in the game. So it's almost like when they morph during the Halloween season is what these guys look like here. Again, they're going to be normal when they step on the field for your ultimate team. But we get our touchdown with Ladanian. We get it in time within the 12 plays, and we get to move on to the 7th challenge. And in the 7th challenge, you go back to the defensive side of the ball. But here's the thing, they start them on the 5-yard line, and your goal is to not give up a score. Not don't give up a touchdown, it is don't give up a score, meaning if they kick a field goal, you lose the challenge. So in essence, if you are successful and make them go 3 and out from where they started, that's not good enough. You have to create a turnover. And here we get Cam to scramble out to the right-hand side, looks deep in the end zone, landing Collins with the interception. And just like that, we are off the field. Mission accomplished, and we get to move on to the final challenge in this weekend boss battle. In the final challenge, your job is to score a touchdown on the first play of your first 2 drives. One has to be through the air, one has to be on the ground. I figure cribbing it on the ground from a distance is a little bit more difficult than the 1-play air touchdown. So we decide to run it in from the 10-yard line. Then once we get the ball back, we started our next drive on the 29-yard line. And here we have one passing play to get it into the end zone. In this play, we choose play action. We step up in the pocket, buying some time. We let it go to Freddie B, and he gets behind the defense, but is tracked down from behind, and we have to start this bad boy all over again. Now the good news is, once you score your touchdown, you are able to just give up a 1-play touchdown. They don't care what you do on defense, so there's no requirement for that. The whole thing is you just have to be able to score right away. Now I make the mistake after I score this touchdown, I'm being a goof, and I end up going for a 2-point conversion. And what that means is I've now run the ball twice and I fail the challenge. So mental note, don't go for a 2-point conversion in this challenge of any type, as that will wreck you. I can't believe I did that. So the challenge goes on, and here we dial up a passing play. We're going to switch it up a little bit. And so on the first play from the line of scrimmage, we hit the wide open dot. Then we tried to D up with some aggressive D. Can we get a hit stick fumble? Can we get a pick 6? But we wouldn't crib it. We would take it really close to the line, then get out of bounds and hope we can run it in from there. But what ended up happening was we gave up a 1-play touchdown. And now we are returning with Brandon Cooks. People are holding blocks. I run through the open alleyways, getting chased down from behind, but it don't matter. I want to step out at the 1 or 2 yard line. And if I can rush this in, then I'm going to be in a position where we have done the final challenge. That could be pretty frustrating. So we go single back tight slots out of the Buffalo Bills playbook. If I come out and they are in a compressed defense, it is a touchdown, guaranteed. I noticed their corners are not base aligned. It is wide open to the outside. We even have Juju Smith-Schuster in motion, captain strength and run block. And into the end zone for the easy tutty goes LaDainian, picking up the 8th challenge, getting that trophy one step closer to our big boss. Now, if you could let me know in the comments below, which boss are you going to be going for when you complete all your trophies? And we will see you in the next video.